Tweet. Enhance. Enhance.
Hit me up.
Enhance. I'm gonna pop my chat because I found out how to do that. Thanks to some people on RuneScape.
You're gonna pop your what?
Shut up.
I'm gonna pop that pussy.
Wow, Jarrett.
We're not live yet, right?
Yeah, we are.
No, we're not.
Yeah,
yes, we are.
That's very much on the internet now.
That's not on the internet. We're not.
That's written up there in permanent marker for the entire world and universe to see.
Daddy Bezos has already like seen what I just did.
Daddy Bezos has seen your thoughts and is already sending you stuff that you haven't even bought yet.
Oh,
exactly.
He knows he just knows you're gonna buy it, and it's like queued up waiting for you just to click that buy button.
Have you heard the Jeffrey Bezos song by Bill Burr?
Bo Burnham.
Bo Burnham, yeah.
Bo Burnham.
No.
Yeah.
It's insane, man.
Honestly, I haven't seen that special yet, but I heard it's amazing. It's like,
really good. It's super good.
One of the best.
Highly recommend.
I'm not ready. I'm not ready to go through that millennial existential crisis.
No, dude. Like I'm telling you right now, I know that he's a comedian and he has his two specials that he made, What and Make Happy, were really good, but the Inside one is a lot darker than you think, and it's like very
but it's a little bit dark.
Is it more like performance art than an actual stand-up special?
Yeah, it's literally his own self project. He did it during the whole quarantine or the whole.
Yeah, he did it. I think what happened was he also shot it all in his apartment, so he didn't like leave his apartment at all. I don't know if he had help.
No, he did it all by himself. He filmed it all by himself.
Yeah. So I think basically Bo Burnham is one of our greatest artists ever, especially of our generation. I think he's really slept on.
Oh god, dude! I love his shit, man. I watched the Make Happy one the other day.
Yeah, especially his vines.
Oh god, round and around. I love this game.
Also,
those vines were the fucking comedy gold. I don't know why. Those things I never get over them.
I like the one where he's like the roommate with Jesus. He's like, Jesus, will you pass me a water? And Jesus goes, all right, one water coming up. He tosses a water bottle, and Bo catches like a bottle of wine. He goes, Jesus, you Jesus. Also, Zach Stone, Gonna Be Famous, is a really good show.
That show, oh my god! Have you heard of that show, Matt?
What is it?
It's called Zach Stone is Gonna Be Famous.
No, I never heard of it.
Yeah.
So he made this back in probably, I want to say like 2011, 2012-ish. And it's a TV show that was on MTV, I think. And it's for one season. And it was a sitcom where Zach Stone plays like a senior in high school over the summer. And he spends like all of his money, hires a camera crew. It's documentary style. He hires his own camera crew to follow him around as he tries to get famous.
Oh my god!
And it was kind of like how it wasn't like The Office. It was a little like The Office, but
like how The Office. But you like see the crew. The crew actually interacts with like the actual characters. It's really good. It's really interesting.
Yeah. But like The Office, it's kind of like that super cringy, like oh my god, I could not imagine myself doing that type humor. And it honestly, it's like when you say about it, it's like a teenager hires a camera crew to get famous. Like how spot on for like our young people, like including us. Like look at us right now. Like how spot on with that is that show. Yeah. And it was, I don't know why it was so slept on, but it only got one season.
Well, I also think it was kind of interesting. They kind of like did a little bit. I think they went a little bit in a different direction with like the girl next door. Girl best friend. They're gonna fall in love, but you definitely see like the toxicity with that as well. And that Zach Stone is like this lovable guy, but you definitely don't. They don't shy away from the fact that he is a very flawed person, very selfish, and you see it between him and his main love interest dynamic.
Yeah, and he's the character's like he's a flawed, he's a kid, and like they don't shy away from like the bad parts of his personality, and for some reason it just works so well, and it was so funny, but. That was definitely a highly slept on show.
Yeah, Bo Burnham in general.
I don't even know where you would watch it at this point. You might have to just like get the DVD version of it. Yeah. You're gonna have to go find a mall that's still operating, find an FYE that's still operating in that mall, and see if they have DVDs. Remember those?
Oh, remember when the internet came through the mail and you have to like get rent things through Netflix and they have to send it to you physically through the mail?
Remember when Blockbuster tried to be Netflix?
Yeah.
Yo, dude,
remember,
like, there's still one left.
2 years after the fact.
There's still one left, man. There's still one Blockbuster left, and you know what? That's okay. That's all right.
That's
okay.
Isn't that the one that has? Isn't that the one that has? What's his face? Who's the Australian guy that punches people?
Russell Crowe.
Yeah, Russell Crowe. Yeah. So isn't that the Blockbuster it owns Russell Crowe's codpiece from Gladiator?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Really? When you said the guy that fights people, I instantly thought about the South Park song "Fighting Around the World," and I was like,
exactly.
I thought about the one on the boat where he's on the boat or something, and they're trying to watch the
It's funny that like we're talking about Russell Crowe and his movie Gladiator, but instead of saying the guy from Gladiator, I was like the guy that punches people, Russell Crowe.
Russell Crowe. Yeah.
He's never gonna live that down, but like.
No, well, he should stop punching people randomly on the streets.
I don't think he hasn't done it. He hasn't done it recently. He's been very well behaved. As far as I know.
Low bar to clear though.
Yeah, low bar to clear. Like, just don't punch people in the face.
Yeah, exactly.
So, what are we gonna talk? We're just talking about random shit tonight, right?
Yeah, we're just talking. We're just chatting, guys. We never really do this. That's the thing. We always.
This is the mystery box episode. You know, it could be anything. You know, it could be good, maybe sometimes good, maybe sometimes shit. We'll find out here.
Well, who cares?
I've got a subject. I got a subject that I'd like to broach.
What is
it?
So this week I found.
Wait! The brooch. Get it? It's a talk show with some bros. We're gonna broach it. Never mind.
Oh, okay.
My God, I just lost interest. 100%.
I think maybe if I had like read it, like seen it written down and read it, that would have been funny. But yeah. So here's what I've got going on. So, excuse me. So this week I discovered a Pokemon that genuinely like upsets me. Like I'm legit put off by this Pokemon.
Is it the trash can?
No, it's not the trash can. The trash can is actually kind of adorable.
I like it.
So, I'm on Pokemon Go, and I evolved my Tynamo to its third evolution into Electros. Have you ever seen that one?
Yeah.
Electros?
I don't know.
Look it up, Matt. Look it up, Matt.
All right, hold on.
But to give you guys a description. Okay. I'm waiting.
We're waiting on you as per usual. So Tynamo, for anybody that doesn't know, it looks like a little fish with a little mouth, and it looks like a
minnow.
Wait,
yeah, it looks like
how do you spell it? Electros?
Electros, I think, with two E's at the front.
So, okay, because I spelled that out. I got the Spider-Man villain.
Yeah, that's Electro. So Electros is basically a 6 foot, over 6 foot long electric eel lamprey monstrosity. Yeah, and
hold on. There it is.
Yeah, it's kind of odd looking.
That is the
first of all, lampreys are a fucking nightmare to begin with.
Yeah.
And so then like it's nightmare fuel for me. So and then let me read to you the freaking Pokédex entry for this thing, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. Electros, blah blah blah. Here we go. They crawl out of the ocean using their arms. They will attack prey on shore and immediately drag it back into the ocean. What sort of goddamn nightmare fuel is that? Like no,
they're losing ideas, man.
I was having a good time in the Pokemon world, and it turns out there's giant lampreys that will crawl out of the ocean and just drag beachgoers like to their electrified doom.
So this is the same Pokemon world with literal dragons running around breathing fire and ghosts that will steal people's souls.
Yep.
But all of those things are like somewhat adorable. This thing like should never have been created or birthed into the world. Like,
well, I'm gonna ruin one more for you too.
There
You
we
guys
go.
know which one Beautifly is, right?
yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so it's a beautiful, cute-looking butterfly, right?
Yeah.
No, dude, it's a mosquito. It literally doesn't eat flowers or nectar. It in its Pokédex entries, it states that it will use its whatever. What is the thing called?
Like the proboscis.
Yeah, the proboscis to inject it in itself into prey and then suck out their fluids. It's a mosquito. It's not a butterfly.
Oh my god! Way to ruin
I'm not
it.
finding this anyway. Despite its appearance, it has an aggressive nature. It attacks by jabbing with its long, thin mouth. Ugh. Jeez. All right, let's see here.
I don't know, Jared. That's a weird one.
Oh, there it is. It has an aggressive nature. It stabs its prey with its long, narrow mouth to drain its prey's fluids. What the? Who's writing this shit?
You're telling me. Listen, Jimmy. Listen.
This is a butterfly.
Jimmy, listen.
Yeah.
Look at the latest Pokemon they've been creating, man. You're telling me they're not running out of ideas? Like you're looking.
I like some of those ones. I like. Okay, first of all, you don't go at the originals. There's literally a ball with eyes, and that is
a fucking original, man. Don't even go there. That is original. That is
bad ideas. If they come up with bad ideas the first time, it's original. They come up with some bad ideas the 8th time, all of a sudden it's shit.
Well,
so like I'm just still like imagining like the Pokemon world, like with Electros and Beautifly. So like Ash is like delivering his monologue, but he gets too close to the water line. He's like, "I'm gonna be the world's greatest Pokemon trainer," and the thing comes out of the water. It's like, yeah, and then Ash and Misty or fucking Brock and Misty are just there like, oh no,
well, I mean,
he's gone.
That reminds me of that episode that they went to the lighthouse and they saw the giant Dragonite.
Whatever was that?
I feel like that was a hint at what's it called, Gigantamax. I feel like that was kind of hinting that little bit. Like, think about it. I mean,
yeah, but why was Gigantamax Pokemon in Kanto randomly?
Who knows? They're still discovering shit, man. I'm just saying it's a possibility. I mean, does anybody else know? Does anybody else know this reason? Because
I know. I think I know. It's a rogue robot from the Giant Pokemon episode.
I'm looking it up right now.
Oh, here we go. We got the computer guy up on it.
So like a couple of things. So like if you like watch like especially the older Pokemon episodes, they do a lot of things. They have like a lot of things in there that really kind of like nod towards Japanese culture and like pop culture and stuff, and like like a lot of way that like we don't get. Like, remember that Ghastly episode?
Yes, that was dark. I'm sorry.
That was dark. It was dark AF, but like apparently like it's well known for like having like because it used like actual Japanese like Shinto like images and ceremonies and stuff in it.
Where Misty just randomly pulls out a crucifix because she has that.
Apparently God exists in the Pokemon world.
Sorry.
I want to bring up that episode real quick because that Ghastly clearly speaks.
Well, yeah, because it was it was manipulated by a spirit or something. Wasn't it? Spirit
but
girl that fall off the cliff.
Yeah, but like there's like an odd amount of Pokemon that are like sentient and like that can speak and like do things.
That's a deformed Pokemon. That is deformed.
No, because like in the canon, Clefairy and the other alien Pokemon are sentient. They like have technology. They fly like with spacecraft.
Yeah, and Alakazam has spoons.
So, according to this thing...
You're coming at me because I have the answers. You're getting mad at me because I'm telling you the truth. You don't like it? Fine.
I'm just saying I'm comparing. Like get this. Get this. Ready? Slowpoke has a shell. No, sorry. Slowbro has a shell on his tail.
Okay.
Move forward. Oh, Farfetch carrying a stick. Am I making my point yet,
It's
Jared?
actually an onion. It's actually an onion.
Oh, I'm sorry. He's carrying an onion. Or no, sorry.
So basically, Matt's basic point of view here is it's okay to enslave like Pokemon that have like sentience and like technology because there's a duck with a stick.
Shut up! No, I was just saying. Oh, okay, never mind. You know what? Jimmy, what were you saying? I'm sorry, Jimmy. Continue.
So I found this wiki note, and they're like the plot of the giant Dragonite. So the plot of this episode is adapted from the Ray Bradbury story, The Foghorn, which had an unidentified sea monster in the same role. So basically, someone in the Pokemon studios read a Ray Bradbury story and was like, "I'm gonna plagiarize this shit and put it in our children's show and see if it flies," and it does. And yeah, so that's the origin of that. It's not really anything to do with Pokemon. Some guy was just a Ray Bradbury fan.
So the whole giant Dragonite thing had no meaning whatsoever.
I mean, yeah,
because that's a big deal. Like a giant Dragonite is a big deal.
Pokemon just does shit. They don't really they don't really explain anything or have great canon.
What is canon for Pokemon? Is it the shows? Is it the movies, the games, or the mangas? Because
Pokemon's Pokemon at this point, man. That's all.
Yeah, but there's no canon.
Exactly. It's all just that. And also, on top of that, in the first ever episode, you guys remember the whole ho-oh that flew across in the sky, like predicting that there's still Pokemon that have not been discovered. When I watched that first season, I've been waiting for that damn bird to come back. And he never did until now. All of a sudden, when Silver and Gold, the actual games came out, I saw that and I was like, that son of a bitch is in the next generation. Are you kidding me?
Also, you guys remember the You guys remember the SG ball?
No.
You guys remember the SG, the golden Pokeball that Ash carried around for a whole season, and they just never talked about it again.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Also,
it was a literal shiny MacGuffin for an entire season, and they just dropped it and never talked about it again.
They just never really brought it back. Well, also, something interesting I realized is that in the first Pokemon movie, it's a first generation Pokemon movie. There's a Dolphin at the beginning of the movie. That trainer has a Dolphin.
A Don fan?
Don fan.
On what? On what?
In the first Pokemon movie, there's a Don fan in the first battle. So generation Pokemon.
Yeah, I noticed that. I think that's when their creativity was starting to come out more with different generations of Pokemon, because at that point, Ash already had all of his badges, but this also doesn't fit into any of sort of the storyline or the main storyline of the actual show. It was basically okay, let's find a way to introduce Mewtwo. But you know what's really cool about the first games is that they hint at Mew and Mewtwo. About if you go to different little areas, they have little description things you can click on them, and it'll say an ancient Pokemon had been discovered, but no one really knows about it. And also says it goes by the name of Mew, but also there was another. And was this the daughter, or was this the child? Who knows? And it's there's a whole mystery behind it, and I think that the whole thing of leading to the next generation was amazing. But
basically, back when Pokemon knew what subtlety was.
Oh yeah, no more trash.
Yeah,
trash bag Pokemon, go. Go,
okay,
go,
first of all,
go.
I kind of like the trash bag Pokemon. It's just that the stories are just. I just think everything about the games have just been dumbed down. And
oh my god,
just not that good.
That's the thing. Is that
a lot of hand holding.
It's not even that. It's just that the games have gotten so fucking easy compared to what they used to be. I mean, you and I, we'd play if you played Red, Blue, Silver, whatever. But when you play the one that's on the Switch now, Sword and Shield.
Yeah, it's
just literally do the raids. Don't even do the freaking bad shit. Just do the raids. You'll get a level 100 Pokemon in a heartbeat.
Also, I'm gonna bring this up. This has been grinding my gears for years. I'm just tired of the type matchups. Basic, all the gyms are just type matchups, teaching you what types go with what. Let's get a couple of gyms where it's mixed up instead of just fire types and other and water types. Let's do loyalty types, like Pheasants with Gardevoirs and stuff like that, where all the trainers have like Pokemon that are loyal. That's their main attribute. And same thing with the Elite Four. The Elite Four aren't just gym leaders; they're the best trainers. They shouldn't just have one singular type.
Or what about this? Just eliminate the badge battles in general. I mean, hell, the storyline in the latest games lately, the gyms have not mattered. Like, you literally, their storyline is a little bit bigger than the badges at this point. Like, when you play Sword and Shield, like, you go and do the badge battles or whatever, but, like, after that, it's nothing. There's literally nothing to it. Like, you go in the wilderness for majority of the time, and it won't even matter, dude. Like, I'm telling you.
Yeah. It's basically, like you said, the badges in the gyms are just gates for the player, and that's about it.
And achieving, and also the Pokemon level of, like, loyalty.
And it's the only reason that you wouldn't skip over them is because you have to learn the moves to get past like the ocean and shit.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's what they've been trying to do with like an open world version of Pokemon. I would like to see open world, all the regions. Let's just go for it.
Yeah, I don't. Why not? I mean, I think we should be having everything involved at this point.
I feel like they, for some reason, it's rattling around in my brain that they like came out and like said why they would never do an open world game like that.
Because you'd have to change the level, or would you have because they
know it's safe. They come out with another Sword and Shield. We're all gonna buy it anyway, and we're all gonna complain.
Or why don't we just, like I said,
here's an article from the Verge. It says Pokemon Legends Arceus is an open world RPG coming to the Switch. Pokemon Company. Yeah, we might have been on this better if we. This was in February. Open. Yep. So they are coming out with it, and it's going to be huge evolution of long running RPG formula.
Yeah, but
takes place in this Sinnoh region, long before the other Pokemon games. Blah 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 blah
really?
blah. Yeah. So, yep. So, I mean, like we said, you could literally you could just throw this in there into the Pokemon world, and it would make zero shit's difference.
Yeah. But the thing is, Sword and Shield is technically open world because it's not exactly linear. Like, you can go wherever you want technically. Like, that's technically open world, and obviously a lot of Pokemon fans are not really happy with how Sword and Shield kind of became. It just was this kind of not really a next step. It's just the same step with a different color, I guess.
Yeah, it was very. It was very. Oh, hey, go back and back and back. Where it was like, a lot of the games, you had to just move forward. It wasn't even, oh, hey, I'm gonna go back to this place and train unless you actually beat that person or had like a shortcut or whatever. But I feel like at this point, like I said, if you wanted to make an open world Pokemon game, eliminate the badge idea. Just drop that down immediately. Have like different storylines, obviously. Like, have different let's do like a Skyrim based Pokemon game. Have different quests, different like things going on. Like, hey, look, Team Rocket's taking over this entire thing. You go through a whole bunch of quests, and then all of a sudden, hey, Giovanni's there. Woohoo! Let's go kick his ass.
Well, what about like a Skyrim-esque like Pokemon game in the Hoenn region? Team Agua, Team Aqua. You can decide which one wins.
That's what I'm saying. Put them all together. Like, literally, you could have a big base of Pokemon with all the generations like mixed in, and it's like you go to different regions and you just do different tasks. No matter what the game, no matter what, do like the same kind of thing with your levels. You know how like when you play Skyrim, if you do a certain quest, like it will kind of like balance the level out for you. So it's like, oh hey, you're facing against, instead of just a regular bandit, if you're already high up, you're facing against a bandit outlaw or something like that. Like, it'd be that, like, do that same thing, but just Pokemon based, and you got yourself a game.
So I just recalled like the first time I played Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire.
Hell yeah.
So I played like Ruby first, and like you're helping Team Aqua defeat Team Magma, and like I didn't know, like I was like, oh yeah, I'm helping Team Aqua, and they're the good guys and stuff, and I defeat Team Magma, and Team Aqua wins, and then I end up getting Sapphire version. I was like, wait, they switched out, and like, oh, I think I may have just been an accessory to like an organized crime syndicate.
Yeah.
That's up to me. I should have done some homework on these guys before I just threw my hat in with them. It was like, yeah, these guys are wearing blue. They must be the good guys.
Oh.
I also think that the like intentions behind all the teams kind of need to be like revamped. I think like Team Aqua, Team Magma should be less of like more land, more ocean, which is just stupid, and just like maybe it's like a civil war. Like Team Aqua represents the outlying islands, and they're trying to secede from the the rest of the Hoenn region. The Team Magma represents the main Hoenn region and wants to keep them unified, and they're using Kyogre and trying to use Kyogre and Groudon to achieve their different purposes.
Okay, not to throw a wet blanket on your ideas, but that sounds like 110% more world building than I think Nintendo will ever be willing to do for a Pokemon game.
I also what about how about we not involve Team Yell, please? Like, please not get Team Yell in there, because that's just a big waste of time.
What's Team Yell?
Okay, Sword and Shield's version of what you call Team Rocket.
Team Rocket.
And it's not even.
Okay.
They're not even evil. They're not even evil. Like, literally, they're just a fan club of one gym leader.
Yeah. And according to the wiki, they just take things too far. Basically, they're just.
Oh, they're annoying, and they all have the same damn Pokemon. It's either a Zigzagoon, a Mr. Mime, or what's that other guy called? I forgot what his name was, but
Farfetch'd.
No, well, yeah, no, it wasn't Farfetch'd. It was somebody else.
Yeah, the whole like intent around that team was just really stupid.
It was unnecessary. They didn't need to add it in. It's like, oh, hey, you're a punk. No one's going by here. And of course, it's like these guys are weak. You beat them in one punch, and then they're done. It was such a waste, dude. I really was upset about that.
So, all right, well, we've talked about Pokemon ad nauseum. Let's switch over. So, have you guys watched Loki yet?
I am caught up. I just watched episode 4 last night.
Don't tell me anything about episode 4. Watching that tonight.
I haven't. I'm waiting for all of it to come out at once. So.
All right, so we're not gonna spoil anything for you or anybody. The thing I really like about Loki is the sound design and the what do you call it? The sets are amazing. I really like what we've been experiencing is like a lot of like movies and TV shows showing like late 70s, early like a 70s, 80s kind of like techno bureaucracy, and I really like that aesthetic like a lot.
I was surprised how into the TVA's like retro futuristic, like 70s retro futuristic aesthetic. I was, for some reason, it really clicked with me. Like it's you could definitely I like the whole mid-century modern retro futuristic thing, but like for some reason, like bringing it up 10 years into the 70s also really clicked for me.
I don't like the fight scenes. I think they're heavily lacking. But other than that, I really do like it. Tom Hiddleston, is that the one who plays Loki, correct?
It's the one. It's the one that plays Loki. Yes.
Okay, there's a lot of Tom H's in Hollywood and and flowing around at Marvel. Okay, a lot of Toms everywhere. So yeah, he does a really, really good job. And And one of the things I was really worried about is they're just going to make Loki a good guy. Which I hate it when they do that to the villains, but they really leaned into like the anti-hero kind of thing. Like he's just the good guy temporarily until he can like stab somebody in the back. I like it.
And one thing that does grind my gear, really grinds my coffee beans, not to a major extent. So first of all, Loki's powers are very poorly defined in the Marvel movies, in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I mean, we all know that he can create illusions, but apart from that, like he's a magic user, but we don't really get a good idea of like where he's at. Like we see Doctor Strange using magic all the time, but we never really see Loki like fully go all out. And when he does, he appears to have been severely nerfed in the Marvel universe, in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yeah, well, he is a god. So I did look it up while I was watching it. Like he has like superhuman, like everything. Like he's like super strong and everything. So
He
and
does.
he's got like he's got also got like all the like you said he's got a ton of like magic powers and stuff. So if he was just like bent into this universe, he would be way overpowered.
Exactly. So there's actually a comic, a panel comic that I saw from the 70s, and it was Doctor Strange fighting Loki, and Doctor Strange, he's holding his own, but like Loki is like taking him to task, and he's basically his internal monologue. He's like, "This guy, I'm good, but this guy is like beyond human. I cannot beat him. I've got to bail on this fight." Like that's how powerful Loki is. Like in the show, he's like, "I'm the god of mischief," but we have seen nothing to make us think like deserves the title of god. But in the comics, yes, he very much is godlike in power. So it's I'm a little frustrated by that because I keep expecting him to like just go all out and really take people to the task, but they don't really do that. He does
a lot of like these like basic like energy blast kind of things, which don't really do anything and really don't do justice of how powerful he is.
Yeah.
He doesn't really use his illusions that much either, which is also really really frustrating.
How about how about Loki versus Luffy? That would be a battle of the century.
Loki, because Luffy's a giant dumbass.
He is what the fuck?
And also, Luffy hasn't like gone up against like actual genuine magic users.
Yeah,
okay. First of all, that would actually kill him and not stand around and monologue for 35 minutes about their background.
Anybody in the chat, can you tell me if you heard that correctly?
Yeah.
He doesn't fight anybody magical.
Yep.
Are you kidding me? Are you
I mean, okay, so not 10 times out of 10 Loki takes that fight though. Not even close.
This is how I would go. Ha ha ha! I'm Lucky Luffy, and I'm a comical character because I like to eat and laugh a lot, and then he's dead.
I'll give it to Luffy in like the later seasons, especially like physically, he could definitely overpower Loki. But Loki would like trick him into like Loki would trick him into like jumping into a wood chipper or some shit because Luffy is he's so dumb. He is so dumb. There's just no getting around it.
Yeah, I do like it.
Silence tells me that you agree.
No, there's just so much you don't know.
And also a lot. Yeah. So and also Luffy hasn't gone up against anybody that doesn't have one specific set of powers either. Really, I mean, the devil fruit are pretty stupid. That's a whole dumb thing.
What the hell is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? No, hold on. No. Hold on. No. You're telling me that the devil fruits are a dumb idea?
Yes.
Matt, I think that's exactly what he's telling you.
Okay. You know what? This week, boys, I'm going to send you a ton of links to the best devil fruit power scenes in One Piece altogether. Because I'll tell you right now, you don't even know what you're talking about.
Make sure that they're actually like good, smooth animation scenes, because I don't think I can sit through like another anime fight scene where it's just all stills.
Oh, you got it, buddy. You got it. It's not even just that. How about hockey? The power of hockey. It's amazing.
Hockey, you mean like the hockey as in the national sport of Canada?
No, Haki.
Okay, don't know what that is.
Ha ha! You don't know.
You know what? Why don't we while we're on this subject, why don't we roll through another couple of matchups? Guys, come up with something.
Machoke versus Goro. No, sorry, Machamp versus Goro.
Already saw that. That was a superpower. That was a superpower beatdown, and Machamp took that fight.
Wait, what? Really?
Because Machamp can like beat up a mountain. He can like.
Machamp took that fight.
Hold on.
Yeah, Machamp is like super powerful.
I gotta look that up. Are you serious? That's a real thing.
Yeah, he ripped Goro's arms off. Oh, it wasn't. It wasn't. Oh, it wasn't a superpower beatdown. It was a death battle.
Oh, okay, I see it. I don't want to put it out loud to get copyrighted, but I want to see this real quick. I just want to see what it looks like. I'll skip through the.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was a pretty decently put together film. We stick to Loki. Why don't we stick to Loki matchups?
Okay. Oh, I think I got one.
Okay.
Loki versus Voldemort. But this is Voldemort. Voldemort with the Elder One and all of its drawbacks and all of its power, though.
Okay, this is a good one because like they're pretty similar in personality and like they're both like super megalomaniacal and like somewhat like phobic of death.
Voldemort couldn't even take over a school, dude.
That's true.
But the thing is, like, when I'm thinking about this, I'm thinking that Loki is very, very smart, obviously. So, and Voldemort has to say his spells out loud, whereas Loki does not. So Loki could pick up very quickly what he's doing.
So I'd have to give this one to Loki. MCU Loki, I'd say Voldemort takes it. Comics Loki takes it because like Loki, even MCU Loki would give him a run for his money because he's hundreds, if not thousands, of years old, and so he has probably a much more in-depth knowledge of magic and its abilities.
All right, when I say Loki, I'm bringing up Loki from the first Avengers with the Mind Stone staff.
Okay, with the Mind Stone staff. All right, I just have to give it to Voldemort because Voldemort has just so much more of a wide range of powers compared to MCU Loki at that point. Because we haven't seen Loki like do anything else besides conjure illusions and fire energy blasts.
That is true.
If Loki could close the distance and get to like a semi hand-to-hand combat, and yeah, his Asgard, his giant physiology would definitely take a mortal, no problem. But when it comes to actually like a one-on-one magic battle, I don't think that Loki has anything to battle like the huge array of powers that Voldemort had displayed.
Well, also Voldemort also has all the Horcruxes, so even if Loki got to kill him, the chances of him coming back is.
But Loki has MCU plot armor. He's got franchise legs. And that's the most powerful. That's the most powerful force in the cinematic universe.
That's fair.
No, whatever. I mean, I don't. I would never give it to Voldemort, though.
I still agree with Matt. I don't because Voldemort again is. You say he has a wide range of powers. 9 times out of 10, he's going to just do Avada Kedavra. I mean, that's like their whole MO.
Avada Kedavra.
So first of all, like I just wanted to let everyone know I'm not a current Potterhead. Like I used when from the ages of about 8 to.
Would that be a pothead?
No, it'd be a Potterhead.
Harry Pothead. That's Scary Movie 2 when she goes, "Oh, you forgot your book." Oh, thanks. This is Harry Pothead on it.
Yeah, that wasn't me. From about ages about 8 to about 12, I was like just incurably into Harry Potter. So yeah. Jarrett remembers this stage. It was I'm sure it was unbearable to live with me.
Grabs mom's broom out of the closet.
Yeah. So do you guys remember? Yeah. But do you guys recall like the fight between Voldemort and Dumbledore in the 5th movie? I want to say.
Yes.
So like that one, like he uses like fire and like sends out energy blasts and lightning and like shatters glass and like sends it flying towards the people, towards Dumbledore and stuff. It was a pretty intense fight scene, and I haven't seen anything in the MCU that Loki has done that matches it.
I actually have one more, or at least one more for now that I think you guys might like. All right, Loki versus the Sanderson sisters from Hocus Pocus.
Sanderson sisters. Oh my God! I'm trying to think about this.
Okay.
They don't have the sundown limitation on them. They have all their stuff.
And they have the book. They have their Necronomicon.
they have their Necronomicon, but of course, they don't. They're on a flat field, so they don't have a whole lot else.
How much prep is there?
No prep. They meet in a grave. No. They meet in a graveyard. Like
they meet. Let's say they meet in a pumpkin patch because the brothers and the sisters can't walk on a graveyard.
Right. Okay. So they meet in a pumpkin patch, and they hash it out. Again, this is Loki with the scepter.
Element of surprise. Loki takes it 10 out of 10. If there was any type of prep, Sanderson sisters take it 10 out of 10.
I will say Sanderson sisters.
I would agree with Jimmy that 10 out of 10 if element is surprise Loki. But the thing is, the Sanderson sisters don't work too well with each other as we see. And of course, Loki is very good at manipulation and playing people off of each other.
So let's say I'm just imagining like a situation where they like somehow get the drop on Loki and he's like in like that cage swinging above their cauldron or something, but like as they're getting the potion ready, he's like manipulating them and getting them to fight over one another until he just like
he's like swinging there. It's like, so why does that one get to stir the pot?
So why is Winifred in charge?
Why does she get to be beautiful?
Or like it's like, you are definitely the most lovely of all the three sisters, and then by the end he's like out of the cage and they're all fighting each other and he just walks out.
Yeah.
Turns Loki into a cat.
Loki would turn himself into a cat and then just escape because he can do that.
Bounce. Yeah.
Zachary
again,
Binks.
But even better situation. What would happen? So Loki shows up. He's got his horned helmet. They mistake him for the devil and are like, master.
Well, the thing is, he would just be like, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
As soon as they find out that he's like a Norse god, they would instantly just want his like blood or essence or whatever.
Oh fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's one way to compare it, I guess.
Yeah, I'm gonna pat myself on the back. I thought of that one. I thought that was kind of cool.
Right. That's a good one. Let's bring that back up around Halloween time.
Yeah. I have one. I have one more, and then I swear that's it.
Okay.
Better not be.
Repulsa versus Loki.
Does she have any monsters?
She has Goldar.
Gotta give this one to I gotta give this one to Loki. If it was Lord Zed, then I'd have to give it to Lord Zed. But Rita Repulsa. Yeah, Rita Repulsa on her own. Yeah, no, yeah.
Okay.
Ivan Ooze would mop the floor with Loki.
You have too much nostalgia on that movie. That movie was horrible.
That movie is garbage, but it's garbage that it gets a pass.
It's a gleaming turd in your life.
Exactly. It's like League of Extraordinary Gentlemen or Highlander. Like, they are garbage movies, but they are demonstrably also great. So don't come at me about this. So, all right. Here's a new subject. So coming up next, this Friday it starts. Is Witchercon.
Witchercon.
Yeah, it's an online event. It's a digital celebration, according to IGN. Witchercon is a digital celebration where fans of The Witcher can indulge in deep dives into the making of the show's games, interactive panels featuring the people behind them, discuss Witcher lore, trivia, games, and more. No mention of the books, though. Interesting. What do you guys think?
The books are canon, though, aren't they?
I'm pretty sure. I mean, the books are what everything is based on. So, if anything, the show is derivative of the books.
Right. And just to make sure I have everything correct, they did renew The Witcher for a second season.
Are you kidding? That thing was a smash hit. There's no way they're not gonna renew that.
And also, it's gonna be a different actor, from what I heard.
Really?
No.
Yeah, I heard it was gonna be a different actor.
There's no way they can get rid of the Henry Cavill.
I could have sworn they said they were going to have a different actor playing him.
I wouldn't be surprised. I think just because of how much money he would cost.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything.
I could have sworn that was the thing that popped up, and everybody was saying that he wasn't going to be continuing with The Witcher. But I could be wrong. I thought I saw this a little while back.
Okay. So there's a prequel that's coming out. Let's see here. Lead actor Joe Smith leads the Witcher prequel series.
A prequel series? Like, why?
Everything needs a prequel. We need to find out about everything.
Because just needs more shit. Netflix needs to constantly come out with more content. That's the thing.
Yeah, but the thing is, all their content is just a solid season, and then that's it, or a ton of shitty seasons.
That's what I'm worried about, because they have that show Valhalla coming out. They've already been filming all that stuff, and I'm wondering, if it's just gonna play it off way too hard and be like too much like Vikings, and actually try to get that feel to it, and then be just a complete bomb.
I think what Netflix just has this issue where they're so ambitious, and they put a ton of money and effort into like one really, really good season, and then that's it. Maybe they should just focus on like miniseries instead of just TV shows. They just going on indefinitely. Just throw out one really good season. Characters begin to end, and that's it.
Yep.
Yeah, it might. I don't know how it works with especially with someone like Netflix, but it might be cheaper to just continue seasons, because like every time you come up with a new season, you got to have a new product, a new property, get a new crew, versus something, a series you can have the same people showing up over and over again.
That's fair.
That's my take on it.
I mean, it's Netflix, so they have their own studios and stuff like that, so they should have their own people. But also, what you can do, like in my scenario, is you can have that one good season and then have an anthology where it's kind of like the same kind of direction and maybe overarching themes or characters. But just don't make one great season of The Dark Crystal and then just drop it.
Well, like we said many, many times before, the reason that they drop shows like that is because it's so goddamn expensive to run those. And Netflix's business model doesn't support it. They can't, like a Hollywood movie, they can't invest more and more, like a ton of money, and expect like a return on an investment based on how much money they put in. They kind of have a flat line that they're working with.
Right.
So fuck. Well, let's bring it back to The Witcher. You guys ever play the games? I've been really meaning to play The Witcher games.
I've never once played the games. Okay. People are in love with them. I just never have.
Okay, so we're not like super into The Witcher. We're gonna move on from there then.
Yeah. But Black Widow got released.
Finally,
yeah. I'm not really. For some reason, it's just because it's been like on delay for so long. I've just been kind of like, I don't really care.
I'm like I'm physically exhausted from Marvel like movies right now and series. Like it's like, don't get me wrong. Like I'm always open to seeing new content, but like after the whole thing with like the Falcon Winter Soldier, and then you got Loki and stuff coming out, it's almost like
WandaVision.
Yeah, WandaVision. You're just kind of like, okay, how much more can you like really just put out there to the point where you start fucking with the audience and be like, hey, so here's what you're gonna see. Oh, but make sure you pay attention, because you're gonna miss out on all the real stuff that you really need to pay attention to.
Right,
and like you miss everything.
And like those shows are so like different from the movies, and somewhat experimental, and honestly really high quality. The thought of going from that back to like just watching a straight up Marvel movie again is, I don't know if I can. Jarrett, your hair's sticking up. You look like alfalfa right now.
I have a random alfalfa.
I'm not fixing it. Yeah. I'm not fixing it.
Jarrett, I had to say something. Like, you look straight up like alfalfa right now.
Yeah, I'm not fixing it whatsoever, though.
You are so beautiful.
That's right.
To me, can't you see? You're everything I've hoped for.
Oh wait,
not
everything
I
need. Dude, if you look at him though, his shirt kind of matches the whole style too.
It's a real alfalfa vibe, honestly.
Yeah, I'm getting.
We watched that movie so many times as kids. Like,
honestly, I just watched that on Netflix, and that movie is kind of weird, but it holds up.
Donald Trump's in it, man. It's so weird.
Yeah.
Waldo, you're the best son that money could buy.
My favorite part is where like Buckwheat goes, "Hey, my mom's here," and it's pork pies goes Whoopi, and then it's Whoopi Goldberg.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, wow, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I kind of want to watch that movie again to see if I can pick out all the cameos that I didn't know as a kid.
They got Reba on
there.
there's
the guy from Cheers is on there. Mel Brooks.
Oh yeah, I was saying Mel Brooks is on there. He's the banker. He's like, if you were my kids, I'd punish you. If we were your kids, we would punish ourselves.
What? Is that movie better than I remember?
Oh, it's so good.
Really.
I love that movie.
Really.
I have it on Blu-ray. I have it on Blu-ray, dude.
I felt it was really weird because like the girl who plays Darla is like 5 or 6 at the time, and I'm like
pisses me off.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, I'm watching this, like, and the whole point of like Alfalfa and Darla is that they're basically children playing in like an adult relationship, and I was just like, this is weird.
Yeah, especially when that one kid that shows up and what's his name?
Waldo.
Waldo just shows up and he's just like, I hope Beefy didn't startle you. He's so playful. Forgive my French, but you, miss, are a rare rose of a garden of weeds. You have the sophistication of a woman of 12.
Jeez. First of all, Jesus Christ, like you memorized that word for word 20 some odd years later. And secondly, like, yeah, when you think about, like, now that I'm thinking about it, that line is fucked up. Like, who wrote that shit?
Dude, I fucking hated that scene, especially because it's like, first of all, Mr. Stu, your girl over here, like, just swoops in out of nowhere.
Have you seen that guy? Like, now he's basically just seriously like a cut and paste adult version of himself as a kid.
I know
he's absolutely shredded. Honestly,
yeah, he's a I think
he played Waldo.
Bodybuilder, isn't he?
I think he might be just he might be a model. I don't know what.
All I know is like, my dad just bought the oil refinery. It's like, wow, what a
yeah. Like
I actually watched a whole kind of documentary on like the Little Rascals and why you can't really make Little Rascals today. Because like when that was made, so basically in the 90s, culturally they had more in common with people in the 40s and the 30s when the original Little Rascals came out than people of the 90s do with us now. Because the technology and everything has changed so much. The culture has like progressed like so much even from like the 40s to the 90s. It's so weird.
You got kind of a point there. So here's a little. Hey Jared, you heard me say this, Matt. Let's see if this rattles your world. Okay, so watched TikTok. This guy points out, he's like talking about like all these people are huge Harry Potter fans, and now we're grown up, and like he's talking to like these Zoomers and these Gen Z kids, and they don't get it. They don't get like Harry Potter. He's like, so right now. From now in the time that the first Harry Potter movie came out is the same amount of time like when the first Harry Potter movie came out is the same amount of time from when Back to the Future came out. So like when we were kids watching the first Harry Potter movie, Back to the Future, we thought Back to the Future was old. That's the same amount of time for kids now that the first Harry Potter movie came out.
Jesus.
I feel so much older now.
Yeah, like did you just age 50 years?
Great.
Yeah.
Honestly, like I'm turning. Okay, so I'm gonna be turning 29 in October, right? So like, just the thought of the idea that I'm only got 1 year left in my 20s, and now then this just happened, ruined that year for me. It just ruined it for me. Now, Jarrett, you're still young. I don't even want to hear it. You're like mid 20s, not even.
I'm gonna be 25 this July.
So like if we're going by the law of rule of averages, you're still 20, whereas Matt and I are actually 30.
Yeah. So when we go to do the stupid grading scale, it's like, hey, where's your age range? We're between 27 and 35.
like at this, but the thing is, like when you go into a lot of averages, and like you were talking about, this is your last year being 20. Technically, then by your standards, this is my last years of being 20 because at that point, when I turn 25, it is the downhill slope to my 30s. Like I'm no longer like there's nothing else after 25. Like now it's like full on blown adulthood. I'm not looking forward to anything else. This is it.
Dude.
Honestly though, like life just kind of, gets a little bit, richer every year. Yeah. Like the older you get. That's what I'm finding.
You want to hear something that sounds sad to me? Is that okay? So my parents. Okay, so my mom and dad. They were my dad was 29. My mom was 28 when they had me.
Right.
I'm gonna be 29. I'm at the age where my parents had me. Like, what does that say? Like we surpassed that point. I feel like life has just gone.
Well, we're gonna get into this a little bit because I every day I'm steaming about this. When they were your age, you could work a minimum wage job, get an apartment, buy food, have a kid or two, and be fine.
So what was it? We were talking. All right, we're getting into like a semi-political thing because this is like a whole. I don't want to like. I don't like trashing boomers, but like like we were like talking to our mom and she's like, when I was your age, like we had our first apartment, I had my first house, we had our first house and like and we're like, how much a month was it? How much was I had my first apartment when I was your age, like how much was it per month? $200.
Oh my god.
$200 a month. Like there's no way that's an inflation thing. Like $200 a month.
I'd be paying a year's worth right there.
Yeah. So like the minimum wage the federal minimum wage hasn't moved since like the 70s. So when they got it at that time, $200 was a lot more back then, but they were also making a shit ton more than what we would have made.
Yeah,
that's true.
So
with inflation and not even the cost of living adjusted, what she was making back then is more than in a year's time, probably than at least Jimmy and Matt combined.
Yeah. Hey, since we're like bitching about like the hand that fate has dealt millennials, Matt, you and I are both like going back to school, trying to figure out our lives, figure out our majors, and we're both finally landing on like computer science.
Oh yeah.
And we're talking about it, and we're like, how come nobody like in high school or even college like pulled us like was like not even pull us aside? We like looked for help with this stuff, and everyone's just like, I don't know.
Yeah, there was no IT section of any sort of job fair or any college fair thing they ever had. It was either law, medical, business, whatever. Like remember we went to our local mall. They had the colleges and the job fairs there at the same time, and we were looking at all these places, and not one person said anything about computers. Not like one.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I'll be right back. Okay.
Yeah, it's like either Yeah. So it's like either be like, I don't know, an electrical engineer or an MBA. And that was like the only thing that they were focusing on. And like, yeah, you're right. And I wish I'd gotten into this earlier because I'm like super into, researching this stuff now. Let's see here. I'm gonna figure this out because this really feeds into our nerdy stuff. So EA recently had some source code stolen by hackers. Did you hear about that?
I have not heard that. No, but you're focused into like cybersecurity, right?
Yeah, that's kind of what I've been doing.
Okay. I'm doing programming stuff.
Yeah, I mean, like there's a ton of overlap, but like So person who put blah blah blah. Let's see here. How the source said the company experienced a network compromise, allowed an intruder to make off with game source code. Yeah, it looks like they stole the FIFA 21 source code.
I remember this because all the FIFA fans were getting pissed. All right.
Right.
Because FIFA fans, if you know any FIFA fans, they are the craziest gamers out there. I've watched a bunch of rage videos of people not getting what they need, or when their girlfriend shut off their Xboxes or something. It is the funniest shit ever.
Have you ever seen real life soccer fans?
Oh my God!
Real life
Euro
soccer
Cup's
fans
going
are
on right now.
outrageous.
You got the Euro Cup going on right now. Like these people are taking it seriously, man.
Yeah, like remember when Philadelphia won and they like basically like celebration rioted and burned down their city? Like for soccer hooligans, that's just a Wednesday.
They will literally go to war with each other over soccer. They don't care.
Soccer in Europe, dude. Soccer in Europe is so big to the point where, like, honestly, it is like did you guys watch the upset of Brazil a couple years ago? When they lost they were like losing so badly that all of the Brazil fans were like crying. Like, I'm not bashing Brazil, by the way. I'm just saying I witnessed this. We have all witnessed this, and it was like that's how serious they are about that sport.
I would honestly say that soccer in Europe is bigger than the football in America.
I thought you were gonna say the Yakuza for a second. I'm like, what the hell?
No, not exactly. So,
the Yakuza.
But like it's like the fans got together and like, okay, they're only using their feet, so we're gonna compensate by just throwing hands constantly.
But I also was watching videos where their soccer fans would like do their chants, and they have some of the coolest, best chants, and every single one of them knows it. It's like sailor songs, you know. They're just like
shanties. Everyone knows that.
Like
they're just like unusually in sync right away.
Right.
So, Jared, we got on this tangent because we were talking about cyber, security and coding and stuff. And recently, EA had its source code for FIFA 2021 hacked and stolen. Yeah,
they had a few games stolen. The source codes for them.
Yeah, it looks like that at least FIFA 21.
They went for the big ones. They went for the ones that most people are going to play anyway.
Yeah. Person who published the post with the. Yeah, so like basically a person who's like an honest person who may or may not be from the organization posted like the source, like a post that said that it had the source code for FIFA, and so basically they're looking to sell it. They can sell that source code, and then I honestly don't know what that would get them. I mean, like you can sell the source code like. Are people gonna buy a knockoff FIFA game?
Well, probably not. So, basically what I found is that that they can do that. Go in, get the source code, and then post it online. It's kind of like the shot across the bow.
Right.
For this is what we can do. So the next time they make demands like give us $10 million, or we're going to steal the source code to Mario Galaxy 69, and they're more than likely to give it to them because they know they've done it before.
Yeah,
I want to know where they went to school. I want to know where they went.
Yeah, where they
probably freaking I don't know, either taught themselves or they might be a lot of these hacking groups are from like Russia or like former Soviet Eastern Bloc countries.
Okay.
Or Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, they so basically these they have kind of a in these areas they have kind of a sophisticated infrastructure of hackers and like support for it at this point. And it's not just, I'm not singling out these countries. It's just these happen to be where the most high profile attacks have come from recently. It happens in every country around the world, but like I said, these ones are the ones that we've been hearing about much more recently.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of which, speaking of like weird things, did you guys see the TikTok of Beyonce turning into a demon for like a millisecond, then going back to normal?
No.
Okay. So I was on TikTok as we usually are, and I was scrolling through it, and it says Beyonce turns into a demon for a millisecond. I'm like, what? So all of a sudden, there's this one.
No offense, Matt. This is real boomer shit right there.
Listen. I'm just saying. I saw this and it scared the piss out of me. But she does this dance like at this concert, and when her hair went in front of her face changed complete color. Her eyes turned black, and then when her hair went back over her face, it was gone. Like right now, Jarrett, look up Jimmy and Jarrett, look up right now. Beyonce turning into a demon.
I already looked it up, and it's not on there. I think you may have dreamed this.
No, it was on TikTok. I swear to God.
All right, you send that to us, bud. You send it to us, bud.
Yeah,
okay.
Hold on a second. Hold on. I will find it. Let me find it. I gotta get on the TikTok now. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Beyonce demon face. Yep.
I'm seeing people.
Hold on. Here we go. Hold on. I'm sending it to you, Messenger right now.
This better be good, Matt. I swear to God.
I swear this is the weirdest shit I've ever seen. Like you're gonna just watch it right now.
I'm watching it. All right, so I'm watching it right now. I'm taking time out of my day to watch this shit.
All right, where'd you send it to us? Over Messenger?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so it's just her forehead, and she has her eyes closed, while her hair's in front of her face.
Did you not see it?
I did see it. I watched it.
I'm currently watching it.
I'm watching it again. Yeah, it's just a grainy photo. It's just a grainy,
that is creepy. That is still freaking creepy, dude.
I mean, it's not. I expected that to be like a well-crafted special effects thing, but it's literally just like a bad frame from a grainy, terrible cell phone footage.
Okay, that's not probably the best video, but I swear to you, if you watch the other ones, the other versions, like her face turns green. Like her face is green.
Yeah, I swear to God, if you play that song backwards, you hear demonic messages.
Chicago.
Do you have little upside down T's or queen bees like coming out from under your skin?
Yep.
It burns.
Yeah, dude, it's just a frame from that video. The Beyonce's hair is in front of her face, so it looks pretty bad, but her eyes are closed, and that's the discoloration you're seeing in her eyes.
So, okay.
Of course, I'm also imagining the person who combed that video frame by frame until they're like, demon, and then they gotta share that with the world.
I'm never taking Jarrett on a ghost hunt ever. If Aaron Dirty One ever goes on a ghost hunt, we're not taking Jarrett.
I'll just show up. I'm gonna dress up as Fred. Scooby-Doo. All right, guys, what are we doing? Matt will be all serious, and I'll just keep interrupting, saying, "All right, let's split up and look for clues."
It's like, do you hear that? It sounds like
Hey, little mama, let me whisper in your ear. It's free real estate.
Hey, how many times have we done that joke? It's
free real estate. It's fun. It's funny. That's why.
I will always love it. But yeah, I'm never taking Jared on a ghost hunt ever. We're not taking Jared.
Honestly, we should. The one thing Area Nerdy One should do is we should come out of the bunkers and we should take a trip down to West Virginia and go through all the cryptid hunts and stuff.
Yeah, what's a good Mothman destination?
I love the Mothman.
Oh my God!
I love the Mothman.
We're gonna go with the Mothman.
Yes, of course.
Why?
And we have the Wendigos, and then we have
the Mothman Festival is returning to Point Pleasant, West Virginia.
Oh yes, let's do it. When is it?
Let's take a look here. The Mothman Festival. It goes.
When is it?
I don't know. Jeez.
What?
Has about 12,000 to 15,000 people in attendance. That's a big number. That's bigger than I thought.
That's big. You're saying that's bigger than 1,000.
Let's see here. Not seeing any dates.
Oh, that sucks.
Mothman Festival home. Here we go. It is September 18th.
Oh, guys, also, I for some reason, I thought of this, and you guys have to see the TikTok I just sent you.
There's a Mothman app.
Really?
Hold
yeah.
on.
Now I'm going to look at the Mothman app. Maybe we should just do an Area Nerdy 1 special where we just send TikToks back to each other, but we have it on screen what we're sending to each other.
Yeah, apparently this festival features a lot of cosplay.
Really?
Yeah. 9/17, blah blah blah. Yeah, so
yeah, I'm looking at the Mothman app right now.
what kind of is it good? Is it cool?
Yeah, it's just stuff for like the Mothman, for the festival and stuff like that.
All right, here's something that we gotta do. So Matt, did you download the Walk to Mordor app?
Walk to Mordor app.
Yeah, there's an app called Walk to Mordor.
I didn't know that was a real thing.
It's a real thing. It's a very real thing. It's a very real virtual thing. So I looked it up, and Frodo begins his journey they say in September sometime. So I'm thinking September 1st, we all start our Walk to Mordor challenge, and we're gonna see who can walk to Mordor the quickest.
Wait, is it like a green? Is it like a green looking app?
Yes.
Yeah. So what's the prize, Jimbo?
I will come up with a prize. Prize, but you guys gotta take it seriously.
All right.
Well, okay. So Jimmy already started a competition in our family for like walking 1,000 miles, and then he backed out of that after I'd already started. And then this little fucker, he messages me a week ago and says, "We're gonna start the competition next week," and I just messaged back, "No way, bitch boy! I already started. You guys need to either catch up or do something fast because I've already started."
Oh my god. We're coming up on time right now, though.
Okay. Anything else you guys want to talk about? Just throw it out there.
Throw it out there. All right, I am. One game I'm really excited for. It doesn't really have an official date of release yet. Is Jurassic World Evolution number 2. So I like the first one. It's a park simulator for Jurassic World, and I love it so much with all the dinosaurs and stuff. I'm kind of hesitant for the second one because it doesn't seem like to me they're doing a whole lot that's new, but I'm ready for it.
Wow.
Right. All right. Yeah, that's one of your favorite games, right?
Yeah, it's one of my favorite games. I just anything dinosaurs really.
Oh.
Right.
For me, I am currently working on my Uranium Archer Twitch channel with RuneScape.
Yes.
I've taken a quick break due to some personal things going on in my life. But I will be getting back on it soon, and I've been playing, just leveling up on like all my abilities. Right now I'm trying to get my Archer ability, which hence the name Uranium Archer, up. I think I'm at like level 26 right now. I'm trying to get up to like the highest I can get to. So if you ever get the chance, check that out on Twitch. It's twitch.tv/Uranium Archer. Check it out. It's fun.
All right. Cool. Well, I don't really know what else I've got going on here. I guess, just as a public service announcement, don't get too close to the water because an Electros is going to jump out of the water and drag you in.
Watch out. And all the Dragonites.
It's so oddly specific, that one. Like, somebody wanted to scare the shit out of people with that.
So I was explaining this to my fiance, Caitlin, the other day. I was like, oh my God, this Electros, like, it scares me. And she's like, what does it look like? I was like, it's based on a lamprey. And she's like, what's a lamprey? And I showed her the thing. I looked it up on Google, and it was a lamprey from the top. Like, you couldn't see the bottom. And I was like, I showed it to her. It's like, oh, she's like, oh, it's cute. I was like, oh, cute? No. I was like, oh, wait, let me show you. And then I showed her the freaking nightmare teeth of the maw of a lamprey. She's like, oh, ew, I get it now. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Like,
there's also one other Pokemon, Gorgeist. It's like a gourd grass ghost Pokemon. And like its Pokedex entry is like, as it's killing its prey, it like hums or sings to it, and it's just like, so there's such weird stuff going on in the world of Pokemon.
Yeah, there is.
That is not. Oh, Gorgai. Let's take a look here. I'm looking up the images right now. Blah blah. So it's basically a jack-o'-lantern that kills things. Jeez.
Yeah.
Like Pokemon, what's going on with you recently?
Somebody check up on Pokemon. Make sure they're okay.
Can someone please check up on
Somebody
Pokemon? Like,
killed
just
my
please.
baby.
Oh,
Jeez.
man, Pokemon. You need to like tone it down a little bit.
Yeah, get your shit together.
Please.
Come on, man.
Oh yeah.
Get your shit together. All right, get your life right.
All right. Well, I hope that everybody who turned in enjoyed the show tonight. We'll have more like this. We'll just kind of have random rants, and I had fun tonight. If you guys had fun.
Oh
yeah.
Absolutely.
So.
All right. Well.
Yeah.
Same time, same bat time, same bat channel next week.
Yeah.
Right here on Area Nerdy 1. Of course, we're gonna give a shout out to our friends over at DK Express. Peter, give him a like and a follow. He does some great streaming as well. And of course, Drew, toss a coin to your Witcher, or toss a coin to your DM.
Wow. There he goes.
Yeah.
There goes Drew. He's gone.
Yeah, he's no longer with us now because I keep messing up.
He's never gonna want to work with us again.
And also our friends Justin and Reese, they are the artistic duo. All their fun and rich stuff that they got going on, and then hopefully later on we'll have them back on. So
stay tuned for that.
Yeah.
Stay tuned for that. And if you guys have any subjects or material you guys want us to go over or talk about in the chats, message us on our Facebook or our Instagram. And give us a like and a follow over at TikTok.
All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been Jimmy.
This has been Jarrett.
This has been Matt.
All right. You're going to delete all that shit, right?